Spooky season is here, and so is season 2 of The Cutting Room Floor.
We are so excited to be back with you guys. It's been quite a while.
Yes, it has.
And you might have some questions as to why. Well, yes,
That's
no,
too
you
bad.
did have some questions. You sent us some messages and everything, and and it made us realize that you did love us and you did want us to come back. So what we would like is, please just leave us comments if you're watching now, so that we know that you actually are watching and that you're loving it, and that you think we're funny or silly or whatever, and you want to tell us what your weirdest Halloween was. Tell us what your weirdest Halloween was in the comments, please. Anyway, we're going to kick this off with the most recent addition to the Halloween lineup on Hulu.
Yeah.
We're always excited to see the Halloween lineup.
Yeah, they usually have some pretty decent stuff.
Yeah, they tend to come out with some pretty cool ones on there. So we always look forward to it, and they did not disappoint with their most recent outing, a Hulu original. No One Will Save You.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm really into this one. If you haven't seen it, please check the trailer out at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, this thing is a home invasion of the other kind, and you will not be disappointed if you have been longing for a bodacious creature feature. If that's been in your blood and you're like, oh man, I haven't had a good. This is a really.
I had been longing
for
a good creature feature.
Had you been?
I had been.
All right.
I had been. So,
well, I had been too, and I saw the trailer for this right away. It caught my eye. I liked the way that it was shot, and the movie didn't disappoint. It was edited well, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, and wow, it really twists you in lots of really, really cool and fun ways, for something that is a very basic idea that at first, it ends up becoming something much fuller and much darker. It gets dark, y'all. This is not, don't watch this with your kids or nothing, okay? This is terrifying, all right? It is a scary, scary thing. And it is really, the main actress takes on a role that is not easy because she's a very socially isolated person, and you'll find out why as you watch the film. So we're not going to tell you that because we don't like to spoil it. We're only saying stuff that you'd obviously see in the trailer. That's what we mean by our version of spoiler-free, is that we really try not to ruin anything. So also be gracious in the comments and don't ruin things for people in there either, because we'll be watching. We do read those comments.
But they did show quite a bit in this trailer.
They do show quite a bit in the trailer, so you have a good idea of what kind of encounter this is. And
it's pretty obvious.
Yes, and it is scary. I am terrified for
very
this.
Scary.
This girl gets put through the ringer.
She really does.
She really does. She deserves an award, man.
One thing I liked about this movie was how they told the story with almost no dialogue. It's just told by the scene and actions and reactions.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
It's really different, and it stood out. But and it worked for me.
Yeah,
I was into trying to figure out why she looked like that, or why it looked like she got shunned, or did she get shunned, or
there's all kinds
we're just
of
reading into it and then really figuring it out later when they show something else. It's like, oh,
it's a lot of fun watching all of that unfold. I really enjoyed that about it. I thought that they did a good job of laying out a story that you'd expect to be trite, and then just, here's a little stab of the darkness. The darkness in this film cannot be understated, okay? But it also has its rays of hope as well. And I think that it really makes out well for that reason, because it's a very complicated and layered character that you are going to have mixed feelings about.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can't help but cheer on somebody who's fighting this hard for their life.
She is fighting.
I like a fighter.
Yes,
I do like
too.
a fighter.
And I like the moment
satisfying
in movies where they go from scared, kind of helpless victim, and you see that
You see
that
the switch flip.
and
Yeah.
then it's like,
And that
I'm
switch
like,
flip in
yes.
itself is something special too. It's something that, like, you know, if it's too abrupt and it's too harsh, then it feels forced and it feels fake.
Mhm.
And that is not what you get here. You're like, ooh, no. Like
Another thing I really like about this movie is we get a lot of the creature. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
you get like a little bit.
Yeah,
that-
you just get those little
you know,
little tiny glimpses. You know,
it's
maybe
like-
they didn't have the budget for the
maybe
full
they
creature
didn't.
suit,
No,
and they had to
they
pull
had
some movie
the
magic.
they had
and,
the budget and they used
yes.
it.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
And
they
I
did.
was very happy
I
with
was
that.
I was quite pleased. I
Often
enjoyed it.
you don't see it
I enjoyed
nearly
it.
as much, and they went a lot further with some of the stuff than I thought they were going to.
Oh, they sure
didn't cheat me out
Yeah.
on any of it.
Yeah, no, you get the full story.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get the full story, whether you want to or not. You learn things that you wish you didn't. You're like, wow, like, I don't know how to feel about this character now when you find out certain things, you know? Which I loved. I loved that it gave me this moral quandary. Like, I was like, oh, damn. Okay, good job, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You got me. You got me. So, that being said, we don't want to give up too much more. Just watch the damn thing.
Yeah.
We recommend it. And we recommend it to the tune of how many chainsaws, Thorn Black?
I think I'm debating between like a 4.5 and a 5 for chainsaws for me. I was highly entertained.
Okay.
You know, I might want to give it a 5 because they really, really went in on the feature of this. And then when you think it might stop, they kept going. You know,
so they deliver.
Where I feel like
That's
some
what you're
movies
saying.
might have ended, they didn't end there, and they kept going, and they didn't shy away. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
I was highly entertained.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm feeling you on that.
I think I'm happy with. I'll give them 5 chainsaws. I'm gonna give them 5
Oh,
chainsaws. I'm happy with that.
with absolutely no deliberation at all, 5 chainsaws, straight up. It's not because it's the best of its type, but because it really, like you said, it really delivers on the story, on that character.
And the way they tell their story isn't the way everybody else tells
it gives
their
you
story
your story.
either.
It feeds it to you in a different way, and I am appreciative of that, even though it punched me in the feels a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely like, oh damn.
This is definitely a movie I would recommend to somebody.
Yeah,
so
absolutely, 100%.
it
But don't
to
watch it
all
with
of
your
you.
kids. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that. Do not watch it with your kids. It's pretty dark. This is not one to share with the family. Okay, this is one to watch in the darkness and feel it flow through your veins.
Yes, watch it in the dark.
Watch
It's
it in
the
the
best.
dark.
Yes.
Watch it in the dark. Because also there are many scenes where it is a little bit dark, the scene itself. But it's done for good reason. It's not done in a way where you're like super straining to see, like, you know,
like in certain times in like old Batman movies,
or
it's
Daredevil.
like, oh
man,
what is
Daredevil
he
has
doing?
shot a lot of really dark scenes.
Yeah.
So it's not like that dark, but it's better seen in the dark for multiple reasons. And yeah, if you want to get your brain a little twisted, and if you want to see a lot of crazy stuff go on, you're gonna really enjoy this one. There's a lot of tension. There's a lot of believability in the reactions of the character, and then the character kind of turns around and like does a little swerve on you sometimes, little swoopity swoop, right? Like, oh, okay, all right, I see you. So yeah, check it out. I give it 5 chainsaws straight up.
And I think that.
Anything else we got to share?
I don't think
all right,
so.
That's it. In case you forgot who we are because we disappeared into a hole in the ground of sadness and mourning of many lost things. But we are back now and we are pumped. We want to give a shout out to Apox East for our last event that we got to perform in for the year, and probably going to be the last event because we are hitting the studio and we are working on some new music and some new videos for you guys. So please stick around. Please, please like and subscribe. Ping that little thing in the corner so that when we come out with another episode, you know about it. Because, hey, I know you guys have a lot of things going on in your life, and I appreciate that you're even watching this right now. Thank you for sticking around. Please give us another shot and please support us. We are starting a Patreon soon.
Yes,
and we hope that we can get your support so that we can give you episodes more consistently than we have been. It's been difficult. The entertainment world has been rocked still since COVID. We aren't making as much, and we have to work twice as hard, and we just don't have as much free time as we had before. So, with your help, we can continue doing this and bring it to you. Once a week would be really awesome.
That's what I would
We'd
love to
really
do.
like to be able to do that. And I think that with enough of you pitching in, that could happen. But it's up to you. Thanks for watching, and stick around for the next episode because we are going to be pumping them out. It's spooky season, and we are the spookiest.
We got your back.
We're here. We're ready.